Good afternoon, students. Alright, so today we'll continue from percentage. So far in percentage, we have done profit, we've done loss, right? We've done percentage profit or percentage loss. Before we go on, I would like someone to tell me how to calculate profits. How can I calculate profits? Should I call names? Me. Alright, me says Nawi. Okay, how do I calculate profit?
Selling price minus the cost price.
Okay, so simply put, profit can be calculated by profit equals selling price minus cost price. Okay, so how about if I want to calculate loss? How do I calculate loss? Yes, sir? Okay, so it's the reverse, right? So it becomes now the cost price, loss equals the CP minus SP. Do you know what CPSP means? Yes, cost price and selling price. Thank you. So today, we're talking about finding the profit or loss as a percentage. Okay? Here we go. How do you find profit or loss as a percentage? Here, let's look at definitions. Okay? Definition 1. What is cost? Cost outline, someone to read for me. I will go with Paul, alright? Very good. Can you give me an example? Can you give me an example of a cost? Yes, sir.
Price of pen.
The price of the pen. You go to the shop, right? To the stationery shop and you want to buy a pen. Okay? And the lady there says the pen is how much? Say 5 or 10 baht. How much do you buy a pen?
5 baht.
5 baht. So that is the cost of the pen. Alright. Now the selling price. I would like someone else to read the selling price to me. Who wants to try? I'm going to go with Gusto.
Selling price is the amount of money demanded by the seller or product.
Thank you. So, now the lady over there at the shop says, I want 5 baht for the pen. That becomes the selling price. Okay? Now let's go to the next definitions here. We have the profits. Who wants to read profit for me? Yes, Nawa. Thank you. The cost of the product. So when the selling price is higher than the cost of the product, for example, let's say the pen. The lady that sells at the shop, right? Who can imagine if she's selling for 5 baht, how much does she buy the pen? Say 3 baht, right? So if she's buying for 3 baht and she's selling for 5 baht, is that a profit or loss? Profit. Who can say what's her profit? How much?
2 baht.
2 baht. Awesome. Now let's go to loss now. Loss. Yes? Now read. Read loss to me. Let's go.
Loss is the amount of money lost by the seller when the selling price is lower than the cost of the product.
Okay, the cost of the product. Let's say, for example, let me give you a scenario. Let me tell you what. Let's say the lady buys some apples, right? Buys a basket of apples, say 500 baht, a big basket, right? For 500 baht. But due to the lockdown, back in the days, 3 years ago, right? She could not sell those apples. And after like a week, half of the apples went bad. Okay, maybe she bought, say, let's say she bought 200 apples for 500 baht. Okay, but in that time, about 150 of those apples got bad. So she has to sell the apples for a low price now, right? Because most of them are bad already. So let's say she ends up selling it for say 100 baht. And B, can you help me out? If she bought those apples for 500 baht, but a lot of them got rotten, got spoiled, okay? Now she has little left, that's still okay. So she sold those for say 200 baht. Is that a profit or a loss now? Loss. How much did she lose? She bought for 500 and she sold for 200. Who can tell me? Yes, no. 300 baht, thank you. So that's the loss there, okay? So loss is when the amount of the selling price is lower than the cost price, okay? Let's go now. Let's see some example. So therefore, profit is equals selling price minus cost price, okay? While loss is equal cost price minus selling price. Now, let's see percentage. Remember, this is just profits and this is just loss. We have percentage profit and percentage loss. Remember, there are four. Profit, loss, percentage profit, percentage loss. Okay? Let's go. Now, Jane, let's see. Let's finish the question first. Here we go. Alright. Now, Jane bought some apples for 1,200 baht. She sold all the apples to Mike at 1,500 baht. Now, what is the cost? We have 4 questions here. 4. 1. What is the cost? 2. What is the selling price? 3. Did Jane make a profit or loss? And 4. How much was the profit or the loss? First, I'm going to go with, I've asked already this time. I'm going with Chachi now. What is the cost of the apples? 1,200 baht. Good job. Now, next one. Paper will tell me, what is the selling price here? What's the selling price of the apple, Paper? $1,500 baht. All right. Now, next question for who am I going to ask? I'm going to ask Copter. No, not Copter already. All right, Copter. Did Jane make a profit or a loss? Profit. Okay, that leads us to question 4. Question 4 will be answered by. I've asked question already. I'm going to go with Narisara this time. Narisara, how much was the profit or the loss?
Profit and
How much?
like 300 baht.
Okay, how did you get 300 baht? What did you do?
105,000 minus
1,200, right?
Yes.
Okay. So 1,500 minus 1,200 gives you 300 baht. There you go. Now, so this is the second method. We can use all this method to do it. Remember. Now, another one. I like. Who's going to read this with me? Someone I've not read before. I'm going Naya. Naya, let's go. Naya will read for me. Let's finish it. There you go. No. Okay, let's go, Naya. Yes, read for me first. Chai, what?
bought 350 baht.
Worth? Banana. Bananas? Okay, that's good. Then it's sold. Cost price. Okay? So, now how much profit in baht did Chai make? Remember, he made 16% on the cost price. Okay? So, it means he made 16% profit. Let's see what we're doing here. 16% profit on the cost price means that if the cost price is 100 baht, how much will he make it ahead of 100 baht? hello, attention please. P, you play. P, you play. Focus please. Okay, so we're saying here, if, remember, we don't know. So I bought it for 350 baht, and then it made a 60% profit. Okay, so if it is 100, it gets 113, right? If it is 200, how much profit will it be now? 232, right? If it's 300, how much will it be? Now, 16 times 2 times 3, like that, okay? This is another way. There are 3 ways to do this, okay? Now, let's see. See, method 1. We have method 1, method 2, method 3. I always prefer method 3. It's quite easy. Method 2 is quite the easiest. But maybe you might like method 1, I don't know. So let me show you, okay? So, method 1, when the cost is 100, the profit is 16. When the cost is 1, the profit is what? 16 over 100. Okay? Now, when the cost is this, times, right? It will be 16 over 100 times 360. Okay? 350, sorry. 350. There you go. Alright? You can cut, right? 0 can cut 0. 16 times. Okay, let's see there. We will get 56 baht. Okay? Now, if you do it like this, if 100 is 16, 200 is 16 times 2, right? That's 32. 300 is 16 times 3, right? Hello? Do you follow? 16 times 2. This will be 16 times 2, okay? So this will be 16 times 3. It will be 6, 18, 48. There you go. So it would be 48. That's 16 times 3. Remember, it is 350. 350 is half, not up to 100, right? 50 is half. So it would be 8. Do you understand? It would be 16, it would be 8. So 48 plus 8 is what? 56. That's where they're going to fix it back. Okay? So there are different ways to do this. Okay? Hello? Do you understand? So this is method 1, 56 baht profit. I have a question here. If Chai made 56 baht profit, how much did he sell? What did he buy? Bananas, yeah. How much did he sell the bananas? Who can help me out? Yes. Awesome. So, selling price, if he's making a profit of 56 baht, means he sold it for the cost price plus the profit, right? So how much did he sell it? 406 baht. There you go. So method 2, I'll just skip through this, okay? A little bit faster. So it's the same. Oh, God, why are you so excited? Okay? Alright? So it's the same. Hello. It's the same as this, but this will give you straight to the selling price. Okay? If you do, instead of 16, you have 116 times 100. You will get selling price. If you do 16 over 100, you will get the profit. I don't know if you understand what's happening here. If it is 16%, okay? Let's see. There you go. Can you see? This is the selling price. Okay? If you want to calculate the profit, you use the profit. If you want to calculate the selling price, you use the percentage profit. Let's see. Let's go to the next one. So the profit is this minus this to get 56. Okay? Let's go. Next one. And I'm pretty sure you understand what's going on here. Okay? Next. Method 3. This is probably my best method to be fair. Now, 16 of this, all you need to do is just times that to give you 56 baht. That's all. This is one of the easiest, okay? Just use the profit over 100 times the amount, the cost price, to get the selling price. Sorry, to get the profit. Now, in order to get the selling price, what do I do next? To get the selling price, what to do? Plus what?
380
350 plus that. There you get it. Do I have one more question? Yes. I'm gonna go with preacher. Who's going to read preacher for me? No, I'll go with Shani King. Let's go. Shani Khan. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Wait. Shh. Let's be quiet, please. A little bit louder. Okay, so remember, this is loss. Okay? Remember, when we did profits, we did 100 plus 16. So give 116. The last time we did, it was 16% profit, right? So it was 116, over 100 times the cost price, right? Which was 350 the last time. So in this case, preacher buys the book, that is the cost price. If the cost price, Nawin, I hear, if the cost price is 1,200 baht, and preacher sold it at a loss of 10%, how much did preacher sell it? Loss 10% means 100 minus 10, right? So it would be 90 over 100 times 1,200 over 1, right? 0 can cut 0. So 2 zeros can take out these 2 zeros, right? So we have 90 times 12, that would be it, right? So 90 times 12 is what? 1,080 baht. Let us see if we're correct. Okay, let's see. Now, here we go. So, we know that it is 90%. There are many methods to this, okay? Like I said, I kind of prefer the method 3. That's what I did right now. Actually, method 2, sorry. So it is like this here. The TV will show you all 3 ways to do it, okay? So this is the cost price. Now, who can tell me how much loss in baht did preacher make? How much loss in baht? She bought 1,200, she sold 1,080 baht. Yes? 120. That is her loss. Can we see her loss here? Here you go. So therefore, she made a loss of 120 baht. Like, are you feeling better? Okay, let's see. Let's see one here before we go to the books here. Another one here. Lydia sells a shirt for 120 baht, 120 baht, and makes a loss of 20% on the cost price. She sells, remember, 120 baht is not the cost price. That is the selling price. Okay? How much did she buy? We don't know. Let's see now. How much in baht does Lydia lose in selling the shirt? Here we go. So, we know that it's 20% loss, right? 20% loss will be 100 minus 20, right? So, if the loss is 80, it would be now, remember? All right. Normally, the profit or loss is at the top when we know the cost price. I need you to understand something. When will the profit be at the top or be at the bottom? It's very important. If you know the cost price, you're looking for the selling price, it will be at the top. Okay? See, it means profit over 100 times cost price. This is the number one. When we know cost price. In this question, we don't know cost price. we know selling price. So it will be, remember in math, when you have, yes, okay? You know in math, normally, if you have divide, when you have, if I have, for example, A over B divides C over D. When I want to change dividers today, when I want to change divider times, it changes, right? It will go A over B times D over C, right? It's the same here. Now, Pete, what's the question? Okay. All right. So, remember, read the question. If you know the cost price, it's okay. You do the other way. But now, so don't be confused why the loss is at the bottom. Now, easy. So what's next? Times the selling price. So therefore, the selling price, she bought it for 150 and sold at a loss to be 120. Okay? All right. So let's see. Do we have? We're going to our. We have one more. Rap point will read for me and tell me how. All right. Let's be fast, okay? Rap point is going to read for me. Yeah, let's go. Jimmy, yes. Okay. What was the cost of the watch? It's the same as the last one, right? So what, Rapon, do you understand it? Tell me what to do next. What to do? Remember, profit means 100 plus the number. So if it was lost, it would be 100 minus 25. Okay? Profit means 100 plus 25. Okay? Now, look at the question. Jimmy sold. We know the selling price, but we do not know the cost price, right? What method is this? Here you go. Do you understand why 125 is at the bottom now? Yes? Why is 125 at the bottom? Because we know the selling price. We don't know the cost price. Okay? If you know the selling price, so you need to read the question. Let me go back. You need to read the question and understand it. Jimmy sold. If it was Jimmy buys, if here was buy, it will be 125 over 100. Okay? But here was Jimmy sold. Sold means sell, past tense means selling price, right? That is why we have here, that is why we have 100 over 125 times the amount we sold it, which is times 650. Okay? So therefore, his price is 520 baht. The cost of the watch was 520 baht, and he sold it for 650. So he made a profit. Okay? Please do not confuse it. Always read the question. If you know the cost price and you don't know the selling price, it is profit over 100. So you need to know where to put the 100. Okay? Now, I have a question. A manufacturer produces an item at a certain cost. If the item is sold at a price higher than the cost price, the manufacturer made a profit, right? I will go with there next. There. For example, if I have a question like this, you tell me if it is profit over 100 times whatever, okay? Now listen to the question. If Leah buys this projector stand, okay? Leah bought this projector, it's a projector mover, okay? If Leah bought this projector mover, say 200 baht, okay? She bought it 200 baht, and then she sold it to get a percentage profit of 30 baht. Okay? She bought it for 200 baht and made a profit of 30 baht. Okay? Now, how do you do it? Is it 30 over 100 times 200 or 100 over 30 times 200? Which one? A or B? The question was, Leah bought this for 200 and sold it to get a profit of 30 baht. The question is, how do you calculate it? Is it 30 profit over 100 or 100 over profit? There we go. See? Who can help me out? Who can help me out? Sorry, it is what? Leah says I don't know. Okay, so I will say the question is this, okay? The question is this. Leah bought this projector, okay? Projector controller, actually. Leah bought this projector controller for 200 baht. She sold it. We don't know the selling price. But we know she made a profit of 30 baht. Or she made a profit of 30%. Okay? She made a profit of 30% by selling it for 200 baht. Now, the math is, it, remember, profit will always be 100 plus, right? 100 plus 30%, 130. Okay, so it would be 130. Is it 130%? Would it be 130 over 100 times 200? Or 100 over 130 times 200? Which one? A or B? That's the question. Who can help me out?
A.
A. Why is A? A is correct. But the question is, why is A?
Because the equal number would be over small number.
Not only that. Because, yes?
The D rate become 30%. 30% become headache and money.
Okay. But it's basically because we know the cost price. Okay? It's not about which is big, which is small. It's just because we know the cost price. So remember, I'll give you another scenario. Let's say another question. Okay? Now, let's say paper buys this tape. Hello? Attention please. Wipada, listen to the question I will ask you. Listen to the question. Everybody, listen to the question. Everyone, listen to the question. Paper bought this scotch tape for 10 baht. Okay? Now, hello? No. Let's say paper sold the scotch tape for 10 baht, making a 15% loss. Remember, paper sold this scotch tape for 10 baht, making 15% loss. The question is, how much did paper buy it? So now, it's the opposite. Now we know the selling price because paper sold it for 10 baht. But we do not know the cost price. That is how much paper bought it. Okay? But we know she made a 15% loss. How do I calculate loss again, please? How do I calculate loss? If she made 15% loss, it would be what? 100 minus 15, right? 85, thank you. So it would be 100 minus 15, that's loss, equals 100 minus 15 equals 85, right? So now, remember, we don't know how much paper bought it. We only know how much you sold it. So we know selling price, we do not know cost price. So it would be 85 now, will be at the bottom. It would be 100 over 85 times 10. Do you get why here 130 was at the top, while here 85 is at the bottom? Do you know why?
Yes.
Why?
Because
Not really. It's because here, this 200 is the cost price, while here, the 10 is the selling price. Do you get it? Cost price, selling price. if it is cost price, it is profit, percentage profit over 100. If it is cost price, it is 100 over percentage profit or loss. Okay? So I'm going to give you one example to see if you finally understand this. Why I'm stressing on this, most times students always have issues in identifying, and then you start making mistakes. Okay? So let's see what we have here. One more question. Okay? Now, remember, what we need to see is to know, are we talking about selling price or cost price? That's what you need to know. Listen to the question, what are you finding? Selling price or cost price? Okay? So now, I have a question here. Let's say, John buys this duster for the board for, say, 50 baht. All right. John buys, okay? John buys, let me write it down. John buys a book. John buys a book for 120 baht. He sold it. He sold it and made a profit of, he made a 16% profit, right? He made a 16% profit. Question is, how much did John sell it? Did John sell the book? Question 1. There we go. Hello. Who can help me out here? Question 1. Let's see. I'm gonna go with Naomi. Okay, Naomi, let's go. What like first?
By making 16 plus 100.
Okay, awesome. So it's why? Why is it 16 plus 100?
Because we need to know how much of the
So good, because it's profit. If it was loss, what would it be? Minus 100. Thank you. So we have 16 plus or 100 plus 16, whatever the plus is. It gets 116%, right? So what do I do next? Would it be 116 over 100 or 100 over 116?
100 over 6.
Yes, correct. Why?
Because we already know how much it is.
Thank you. Because we already know how much it buys it. Because we already know the cost price. Thank you there. So it is 116 over 100 times what?
120.
Times 120. There you go. Alright? It becomes easy now, you know your price. Next question here. Now, next question. Let's see who's going to answer this one for me. Let me write it down first. Alright. Sorry. Before we go back, the last question. Let's say Wipada buys. Okay. Wipada sells. Okay. Wipada sells a bag. Sells a bag for. We're gonna sell a bag for Pete. You okay? We're gonna sell a bag for 1,450 baht. Okay? She makes a loss. She makes a loss of 12%. How much did she buy the bag? 12% on the cost price. Question is, how much did she buy the bag? Okay, So, who can help me out here? Now, what do we do? We put our buys it back, we put our sales back for 1,450.